conservative force is for which the work done is independent of path. Equivalently, a force is conservative if the work done over any closed path is zero. A non-conservative force is for which the work done depends on the path. A conservative force is a force with the property that the total work done in moving particle between 2 points is independent of the path taken. Equivalently, if the particle travels in a closed loop, the total work done by a conservative force is zero. So this is an example of conservative force, straight line between point A to point B. A non-conservative force is one for which depends on the path taken. Friction is a good example of a non-conservative force that changes mechanical energy into thermal energy. So this is an example of a non-conservative force. As you can see, there's a curved line between the point A and point B. Example of conservative force is gravitational force, and other example of conservative force are force in elastic spring, electrostatic force between two electric charges, and magnetic force between two magnetic poles. Example of non-conservative force is frictional. So this is the other example of conservative forces and non-conservative forces. In conservative forces, we have electric force, gravitational force, and elastic force. In non-conservative force, we have friction, applied force, push and pull action, and tension force. So in part 1, we have line straight from point A to point B, and the part 2 from A to point B, parang zigzag or curve. So, the formula below will explain by the next reporter.
So ngayon naman guys, ituturo ko po sa inyo ang isa pang example ng pag-compute ng potential energy. Let's assume na meron tayong hammer, at ang hammer na yon ay may bigat na 2 kilograms at itinaas siya ng 0.4 meters. And yung gravity is always 9.8 meters per second squared. Okay, lagi natin tatandaan yan guys. So ang given natin is ang mass is 2 kilograms, ang height is 0.4 meters, and ang gravity is 9.8 meters per second squared. So ano nga po ulit ang formula sa pagkuha ng potential energy? Yes, tama po. PE is equals to M times G times height. So ngayon simulan na po natin. So yun guys, simulan naman natin ang solution. I-convert na natin yung letters to numbers. Okay, PE is equals to M or mass 2 kilograms times 9.8 na gravity and 0.4 na height. Okay. So, ganito siya computin guys. Unahin natin pag-times yung height and yung mass ng bagay. 2 times 0.4 equals, yes, tama, 0.8. Guys, meron tayong 0.8. Ang next natin ita-times ay ang 0.8 times the first digit ng gravity which is 9 is equals to 7.2. So after natin makuha yung 7.2, ipa-plus natin yung second digit ng gravity which is 8 na magiging equal sa 15.2. And then yung sign ng potential energy is letter J or joules. So ang final answer natin is 15.2 joules. Yun yung pag-compute ng potential energy. Diba? Ganun lang kadali.
So guys, bago ako gumawa, i-explain ko muna yung given. Yung E total A equal EKA plus PEA equal 1/2 mv squared A plus mgHA equal 1/2 mv squared A plus mg 0 equal 1/2 mv 2A. At yung E total B equal EKB plus PEB equal 1/2 mv square B plus mg hb equal 1/2 mv squared b plus mg0 equals 1/2 mv squared b. Ito na yung gawa kong given. Yung E total A equal EKA plus PEA equal 1/4 M squared A plus MG HA equals 1/4 MB squared A plus MG0 equal 1/4 MB squared A. Yung sa E total B naman is EKB plus PEB equals 1/4 MB squared B plus MGHB equal 1/4 MB squared B plus MG0 equals 1/4 B squared B. So, parehas lang. Ginaya ko lang yung unang given sa pag ginawa kong given na isa.
Good afternoon! So for today, we're going to discuss on how to convert potential energy into kinetic energy. So syempre, bago tayo mag-convert, kailangan may example muna. May problem na isa-solve. So ang problem natin dyan is a 1 kilogram brick is dropped from a height of 10 meters. Calculate the work that has been done on the brick between the moment it is released and the moment when it hits the ground. Assume that air resistance can be neglected. So, ang solution natin dyan is, una, hihiwalayin muna natin yung given. So, una is, di ba, ang mass doon is 1 kilogram. And sunod is, yung height, 10 meter. And the last one is gravity, which is 9.8 na talaga. Given na yun na 9, tapos with 8. Ayun. So, yun yung given. Ngayon, para mas madalian tayo is formula. Pinakamahalaga sa physics. So, ang formula natin for that is EP or potential energy equals M or mass times G or gravity times H. So, EP equals M times G times H. So, ito times lang natin yan. So, ganito muna ang gagawin natin. Yung mass, ilang kilogram yon? 1. Yung gravity is 9.8. Diba? Huwag muna natin pagpakalaman yon. Pero sa height, sure na tayo na 10 siya. So, ang gagawin natin dyan is ito times lang natin. So, una is yung mass muna. Yung mass, ito times natin sa height. 1 times 10 equals 10. Okay. Tapos, yung una ng number ng gravity muna, yung ito times natin. Okay, so 10 times 9 is equals 90. So, yung pangalawang number ng gravity, which is yung 8, ayan, yung 8, ipa-plus lang natin yan. So, 90 times
90 plus 8 is equal to
J or joules. Joules ang tawag kapag kinonvert mo yung potential energy into kinetic energy. So, ang sagot natin is 98 joules. Congrats! So, nakuha na natin ang sagot ngayon. Lagi lang natin tatandaan yung formula kung paano ba siya i-compute times lang na times. At huwag kakalimutan i-plus yung sa my gravity. So, ayun lang for today. Thank you and have a great day.
My report is how to solve kinetic and potential energy. First, I will explain kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the energy of an object or a system's particles in a motion. Contrary to potential energy, the kinetic energy of an object is relative to other stationary and moving objects present in its immediate environment. For instance, the kinetic energy of the object will height. Next is potential energy. Potential energy is the stored energy in any object of system by virtue of its position or arrangement of parts. However, it isn't affected by the environment outside of the object or system such as air or height. Now, I will teach you how to use kinetic energy and potential energy to solve a problem. Based dito sa problem, ang symbol ng EKI ay nag-represent ng kinetic energy which is 0 and ang EKF which is potential energy is 98. Ngayon, papalitan natin ang EKI and EKJ ng number para ma-solve natin ang problem dito sa module. Formula na gagamitin natin is EKF F minus EKI. Ngayon, papalitan na natin ang mga letter na ito. Papalitan natin ng number. Ang EKF nagre-represent ng potential energy which is 98 minus EKI nagre-represent ng kinetic energy. Papalitan na natin ng 0. Now, ang nakalagay is 98 minus 0. Ang sagot is 98. Kaya ngayon, ang ilalagay natin na equals is 98J. Yun lang po at sana may natutunan kayo. Thank you!